Hello, my hoopy fruits. Welcome back to the channel. It is Sarah from the Kawaii Slartibartfast. What I'm here for is a book review because I read a book that filled my heart with joy and love and passion and just made me really excited about this fandom, and then it ripped it to shreds and it stomped on it, and I loved it so much, and I wanted to share it with you. And the book is called Gideon the Ninth, which I will put a picture of it right here, and a picture of it will probably be on the thumbnail of this video, so I don't know why I did that either. I have some lovely wine, which is good. Not gonna get tipsy, but just, relax so I can talk about it without feeling like a complete dick. But anyway, so Gideon the Ninth. Wow. So first of all, the book is the first book in a trilogy called the Locked Tomb trilogy. It is by Tamsyn Muir. The whole story is there are 9 houses which are located on different planets. It takes place in space, but honestly, I didn't really acknowledge that until the end of the book, where it mentions being on a space station, because it's basically all inside. And the 9th house, which is where we spend the first part of the book, because Gideon the Ninth, everybody has necromantic powers, and they all deal with different aspects of necromancy. Excuse me. So the 9th house deals with raising skeletons, which is cool, which is so awesome. And when I first heard about this book, I saw the cover and I was like, it looks goth, I'll pass. And I have thoughts on gothic subculture, which if you want me to make a video about my thoughts on it, be more than happy to. Just leave a comment down there and I'll do it, because I just subscribed for a year for KineMaster, so there will be no watermarks on this video, so hopefully that'll get me to, actually produce more content. But anyway, so Gideon the Ninth. Gideon is the guard to what is basically known as the Reverend Daughter, Hera Hark Nonogesimus. She's basically the princess. Her parents are the rulers of the 9th house. They're both dead, and Hera basically raises them up and uses them for whatever her purpose is, but they're dead and nobody knows anything about the 9th house. It's shrouded in mystery, and basically the red-headed stepchild of this empire, which is run by the Necrolord Prime. It's weird because it's a lot more complicated than sound, but in the same way, it's very easy to understand. But there are some things in this book that are just like, So Hera and Gideon hate each other. They despise each other. Like, literally, their goals are to make each other miserable. But it turns out that there's an invite to have the leaders of the houses go and to become a lictor, which is basically, or is it lictor? There's a pronunciation guide. I read through it and then I promptly forgot everything because I am trash. But so the people from the 9 houses and their cavaliers, which is basically their bodyguards, are invited to see who will become the next lictor or lictor. I could have looked it up, but I don't want to. I want to talk about this book because it is so good. But anyway, so they go to this other planet. And like when it talks about going to the other planet, it's like they're there. It doesn't really mention a lot about space travel until, like I said, until the very end of the book. And it's like, oh yeah, they were in space the whole time, huh? because it doesn't really like come up like that. So their goal is to become basically the second powerful being to the Necrolord Prime, which basically confers upon them immortality, of a sense. So there's that thing that they have this thing where they have to solve a bunch of puzzles, and then people start dropping because somebody's going out and murdering, and they have to figure out who did it. So in my Amazon review of this book, I said it was like Princess Bride, because you got the two things, the two people in a relationship. It's not the greatest relationship, and quite frankly, Wesley should have treated Buttercup the way Gideon treats Harrow, because Harrow treats her like shit in the beginning, but there are reasons for that. And whether you agree with these reasons and you're okay with them in the book is kind of up to you. But I ship it. I ship it hard. So, basically, it's House on Haunted Hill, which is basically that old Vincent Price movie where people are told to spend the night at this place, and if they manage to survive, they get like $1 million, I think, or maybe it was 1,000. It was an old movie, so probably not that much. Probably not worth it to stare in a creepy old house. But, you know, and then Clue for the murder mystery aspect. I will be honest, there's some holes. There are some plot holes in this book, but it is the first in a series, so it's completely possible that will be explained in the second book, which I saw a preview and it was in second person, which I'm kind of I don't know, I don't like second person, but I loved the first one so much that it's like it's worth giving a shot. Only right now it's $14, so gotta wait till next month, but that's okay. So you're running around, you're trying to avoid getting murdered, you're trying to find out who the murderer is, you're trying to solve this puzzle, you're trying to figure out like the secrets of the locked tomb, and you're finding out secrets about Harrow, about Gideon's past. The other characters, you find out who they are, like basically through their actions. Like it doesn't really go through like their heads. Like the entire story is told through Gideon's point of view. And let us talk about Gideon Nav. Gideon Nav is quite simply the best. I love her so much. She is snarky, she is aggressive, she is angry, she has guns for days, which I do not have, tragically, but hers would be like up here. Like she's a total badass. She's witty, she's like in the face of danger when somebody should be like morbidly depressed. She's so funny. I just love her so much, and the progression of her and Harrow's relationship is so fascinating because it's like Harrow is this very depressed, for good reason in my opinion, but very depressed and very calculating necromancer princess who is basically like a cinnamon roll covered in steel spikes tipped with acid is how I would describe Harrow Hark. I love her so much. Gideon and Harrow are like, you know, the whole Shrek is life, Shrek is love. Gideon and Harrow are life and love, and I just adore them so much. And this book was incredible, and the pool scene, I'm not going to give any spoilers except for mentioning that there's a scene in a pool and it made me sob like a baby, and just Oh, it's so good. Please, seriously, read this book. It is incredible. That's basically it without spoilers. If you want a spoilery video where I talk about the other aspects, that's gonna happen after I read Harrow the Ninth, which is a sequel, and then a third book, which will be out in 2021, is Electo in the Ninth. And I think I know who Electo is, and I'm excited for it. Anyway, just wanted to share, like, I'm getting back into videos, and this is my first one. So please drop a like and a subscribe if you want to see more from me. If you don't want to see more from me, please drop a like and subscribe anyway, because it would validate my intense feelings of worthlessness. Invalidate my intense feelings of worthlessness. We don't want people to feel worthless around here, right? Right. So, like I said before, have a happy day, keep it fruity, and be kind. Bye.